Yo, yo to the yo. Canada vs Qatar 6-0. That is a violation. Oh my word. Word for my oath. But no more nor anything. Wait until about beach is about 10. But today might be a slow day because I think it's bank holiday in the US of A. I think it is. Yeah. So it might be a bit low volume, but we see what happens in the markets anyway. If you can catch something, fine. If not, then that's also perfectly fine. You just do the same thing day in, day out. Oh, hi Kerr. Welcome. Good morning. How you doing, man? Literally just hopped on the charts. Just loading. Oh yeah, just woke up like 5-10 minutes ago, so my bad. Okay, alert triggered on Bitcoin, that's fine. Alert triggered on silver, that's fine. Let's look at everything really quickly. Yeah, the Juneteenth, National Independence Day. Yeah. Are you American by any chance or what? Sorry. Bonds and everything got up. America's bonds and stuff are down. 2 years down by 0.17%. That's not bad. 10 years down by almost 1%, which we are seeing because the DXY is pushing. DXY is officially broke out at that level that I had marked out there anyway. Now I think the next level of resistance would be the level around 101.8 to about 103.5, but you could make that smaller and say more like 102.5 or 102.6 would be the next level. Nah, I'm Indian, bro. Oh, mera bhai. Oh, mera desi bhai. So in my stream, we have a lot of Kenyans and we have a lot of Indians. So don't worry, bro. And we also say triple marunga a lot as well because the market give triple. I don't know what it is, but my streams get a lot of Indians and Kenyans. I don't know why. I think that's who's awake at London session. They should start coming in about 20-30 minutes because yeah. So government bond yields are up. VIX is not open yet. Oil is gone back up above 80. I find that interesting. I'll have to look at what's happening with the war stuff. Nick doesn't cover the war that much because he follows Western media. I follow it from a slightly different source. Gold, silver, not looking bad actually at all. Where's the alerts for? Where's Bitcoin again? What's the value on Bitcoin? 62. Okay. So if that's on 62, I can redo that alert and redo that alert then. Then let's go to GJ on the 5-minute, USD CAD. 5-minute. Then EU and G on the 5-minute chart. What were we talking about anyway? We were talking about back testing in the chat, weren't we? In the Nick's stream. M2 then, see just a bit more clarity. On M15 on USD CAD because I think, yeah, there's a zone right there that I'm expecting to fail. We've got 20 minutes till London Open, which is a big thing. Drag that over to there. come down, took these lows in USD CAD. Then we've seen bullish price action. Was there already a trade? First leg, second. Nah, price broke out the level with no retracement back into there. So if I would have done it on a buy stop, 3.3, 4.3, been around 4.5 pip SL. It would have gone instantly in profit, tagged the supply zone right there, which is risky. This could be coming down still. Nah, it's not clear yet. Sorry, bro, I'm just trying to look for a trade and stuff at the same time, so I'm doing like 2-3 things at once. Oh, hello. So it tagged the breakout of that level on lower time frame and then continue to push higher possibly. Let's see if that breaks structured again or not. If it does, then we can try and wait for a tracer back into here and then try and take that. If it does. If it doesn't, then chapal marunga. 1.2, probably 2.5 pip SL, target that level there. 6.3, oh, not bad. How long have you been trading?
French Foreign Minister Barrot says Israel must stop its hostilities in Lebanon and the US must put pressure on Israel.
Yeah, of course. I only trade lower time frame, yeah, M1 mainly. I can trade higher time frame and stuff, but I don't see the point of it. Because if you can trade M1, then you know most traders should trade high time frame. The only reason I do live streaming is to prove you can trade M1 because everyone says you can't, but clearly I can. I've caught loads of live trades on here and stuff. Joker Ghost, hello, welcome. Good morning. Welcome to Stratton Oakmont. So I think if we break that high there, 56, so this is doing an alert at 60, so I'm not missing anything. How you doing, Joker? It's tricky because if we're gonna be pushing up on USD CAD via the DXY, then naturally we should see a continuation to the short side on USD, Euro USD and such. But we failed to break that zone. So then the next zone is gonna be here. Yeah, this would be the next zone I think price will gravitate towards. This I'm not so sure about. I'm a bit skeptical on that. Not that I believe in low time frame. Yeah, that's fine. You know, a lot of my viewers, how can I put it? The purpose of my streams isn't for me to teach M1 or anything like that. It's because there's a lot of haters who say you can't trade M1 successfully. I've managed to make 25% in lower time frame in my first year of trading. I only started trading a year and a half ago, bro. I started trading in 2024 April. I didn't trade elections, didn't trade the inauguration, didn't trade summer. So I've only been actually on the charts about 14-15 months, and after those 14-15 months I've only traded about 9 months or 8 months after that time, and I've never blown an account. I've managed to get funded, secure 4 or 5 payouts. 4 or 5 payouts basically, yeah, pretty much in my first year of trading. That's what I do. If you see here, I got IC Markets there. That's because that's who my broker is. So I use a demo account on my broker. I link it to my prop firm accounts via a trade copier. Hence why if you scroll up, I've got the link for 10% off with Heron Copier. And then I've also got this account linked to my FX book as my track record. And I've done all of that in my first year. Yeah, and that's literally, remember, like I've only been trading the actual charts. I started in 2024 April, but I only class trading as how long you've actually been on the charts. Like if you started 10 years ago but you've been on the charts for a year, you're not been trading for 10 years, you've been trading for 1 year, right? So for me, I've only been trading for about, looking on the charts, about 14-15 months. Actual trades in months, probably about 8 months of trades, that's it. I managed to kind of like skip the loser phase and go straight into, I'm struggling to pass phase 1. Yeah, okay, so the purpose I do of my streams, yeah, is because I want to give free guidance for traders you're struggling. And I believe 99% of the reason is psychology. And it's not the psychology everyone says, oh, I lost a trade, I got angry psychology. No. I cover it as a bigger section. As a bigger section, I cover psychology, meaning the lack of understanding, the greed that one person has before they enter a trade and stuff like that. So I'm not covering the stupid psychology that everyone talks about. I'm talking about the real level of psychology, which is subconscious. Why do you behave the way you do? Why didn't you do the back testing? Why did you take a trade against your trading plan? Why didn't you do the back testing? That level of psychology, which basically says you're not taking the job seriously. That's what I focus on mainly to help traders, which is the reason why all of them are unsuccessful, is because of all these key reasons. Oh, you know, I didn't take this seriously. Oh, you know, I didn't back test. Why didn't you back test for? I thought I'd be great and pass account straight away. Okay, so you didn't understand the job then, did you? Where did you learn about trading from? Social media. So it was a greed thing, wasn't it? It's more about delving into that and figuring out how you view the job trading. How do you view trading? Because if you view it in the wrong way, bro, you're gonna get chopped by the market and you're just not gonna do yourself any favors at all. And as I said, all of my viewers, they like, I've got a few regulars. It's not as busy as what it was before, because I think the markets have been a bit more trickier on lower time frame. But most of my viewers, they trade 4 hour, 30 minute, 15 minute, 30 minute. One guy's a scalper, but he's blown account, so he stopped trading, so he's just learning at the moment. Whilst I'm just kind of, you know. In August, we're all gonna get accounts. And let's just say you're welcome to copy the trades I take. The problem is, yeah, what's your name, by the way? And Joker, what's your name? Because with my views, I like to know their name and where they're from. That's just a personal thing. Let me just look at GJ as well, because you got GU and GJ have been moving so similarly recently. It's actually hilarious. So GJ come took these highs. Ah shoot, that's already literally gone undone the move, hasn't it? Yup. So I wanted shorts as well, but was there an opportunity for a short? First leg. Second, not really. There's no retracement. It'd have to be a breakout based entry. So also on lower time frame, there's been an issue recently where I've not been able to catch trades for a long time. Like I've not took a trade in ages because I kept getting swerved and stuff by the market. And then I started to develop an adjustment in my trading, which is going to take place in September, which is why all of the views and me, we're going to get another batch of accounts, and then we're gonna just go ahead and get them passed. Yeah. Aaron, nice to meet you, bro. And where you from? Tell me where you are in your trading as well. Australia. Ah, for crikey, days from the outback, mate. I got 2 friends from Australia as well. He should be here soon, because he's if you're here, please don't be inappropriate. We got new viewers, man. He'll be here momentarily, but he's always abusive in the chat. So I'm just pre-warning. Sahad, if you're here, these are new people. Don't be an idiot. We're a friendly bunch, but we're very sarcastic. And we laugh more than we trade, if that makes sense. It's good and bad, I suppose. So for now, there's no trade yet. I'm just gonna wait for direction to occur. USD CAD, I would prefer to go long, which is why I got the long position tool out. I would like to target that invalid zone using data points as my... Come on, mate. Ozzy, don't back down. Yeah. He's cool, man. He's cool. So tell me how long you've been trading, what time frame do you... There you go.
Iran's revolution
Welcome, Sahad.
Violation of Iran's rights would prompt stronger military response.
Welcome to Stratton Oakmont.
Welcome, Sahad. Welcome. There you go. You met. There's another Australian. You two can be best friends now. Oh God. But yeah, Kurt. How long have you been trading? And like, how much journaling did you do? And kind of how did you do your journaling? Because there's like a certain way you should kind of do it, right? So you even kind of need to understand how to journal and how to backtest and what to look for within that, because a lot of people don't even know what to look for within data points and that sort of thing, right? So it's good to kind of have a base of where to go and where to look from. Yeah, I wanted to do the sell stop on this Sahad, yeah, but the SL would have been ginormous at 6.6 pips, bro. Got a lot of volume on yen at the moment. Yeah, that's fine that you never backtested, but I also said when you're journaling, how are you journaling? Like, explain to me what is your journaling process and stuff, because you said that I did a Notion journal and stuff. I just didn't follow it completely. You know, how can I put it? Live trading is the worst thing, depending on the market conditions. Now, I've been doing live testing for about a couple of months. And what I mean by that is I've been paying attention to the market alongside the trades I don't generally take. So I only take A+ setups on my track record, which is from last August to this August. That's coming to an end. I've noticed in the last 2-3 months, I've been noticing that the way I trade doesn't work, because I wait for retracements after some sort of break of structure or some sort of like, you know, new structure being formed. There's no retracement on the lower time frame specifically. So then I've been looking, how do I adapt in this market, because I can't backtest it. There is no historical data of this current market that we've got because there's so much going on. And then I was like, right, okay, how do you adapt? So then I had to do live testing. Because I'm only following my A+ setup, it's easy for me to learn that, because I read price action the same way. It's just a case of, if I catch the entries, is it worth me flexing onto a different entry method, which is what I've kind of been doing. For me, that's enough, because I read the market so well anyway. So then I thought, okay, I'm going to do buy stops and sell stops as a way to cover myself, which seems to be working out fantastically. Hence why in August, when I've done 1 year of live journaling, I'm going to live track record, then I'm going to get a new account, and then do every single approach I want to take in trading. So like a fully fluid approach to the markets, which is ideal for me. EUG are slightly pushing up still. We're 6 minutes away from London Open. I'm expecting London Open to come take Frankfurt high, and then hopefully if we start to create a wick, very much like how we did yesterday, then we might be able to go short. So it happened yesterday right here on London Open. If I go to the 1 minute chart in GU, you would see it right here. So you had a bit of a channel forming here, teeny tiny bit. London Open come up, created the wick, and then fell aggressively. Then it took out these highs here. Unfortunately, because our trade pullbacks into sell limits and buy limits, there was none. So look at that. Unfortunately, I couldn't seem to catch a trade. Now I called price beautifully though, because it did exactly what I wanted it to do, but it didn't give me the entry. And if I had the buy stop and sell stop method, I would have been in. I'm doing about 3 pippets worth of space, so it's 5.9. Oof, the SL would have been ginormous, by the way. And it would have been what, like a 13R trade. But I stick to my plan, and that's fine. Like, sticking to the plan is fine as long as you're not, how can I put it, hindering yourself. And because of the track record, I didn't want to mess the track record up by then taking loads of trades that weren't part of it, if that makes sense. The pair I trade the higher time frame, and the rules I follow, like fib retracement into 50-60%. Okay, we already have a problem, because I'm asking like, how do you journal, and you're telling me how you trade. I'm asking like, what is your journaling process like? So okay, so that's your strategy, that's fine. When you take a TP or a loss, how do you journal it? What is your method of journaling? That's what I want to know. Your edge is your edge. I'm not bothered about what people's edges are. Obviously it has to be profitable. Like, you have to know yourself it's profitable for me to then guide you on that. I can't guide you on a losing strategy. I can probably guide you on how to make it less of a losing strategy, but I can't make a strategy that isn't profitable. Via psychology, I can only reduce the losses you'll take, that's all. I may be new 8 months into trading. Okay, that's fine, Ghost. That's relatively new. What I would say is these markets are exceptionally difficult at the moment because you've got a lot of range. So what time frame do you trade, Aaron? Okay, interesting. We've broke this high. And there's a supply zone right there on M5. I don't like trading supply demand. I think it's very, how can I put it, bait, very obvious. And I think the market moves on, the market changes, and the market learns, and it adapts. So I think that this whole ICT smart money thing, I think it will not work long because, as I said, the market's going to change. This is perfect. We just come took out these lows here. I want shorts because yen intervention. Also, talking about yen intervention, I called the level absolutely beautifully back here. Like, I called it to an absolute T, which is fantastic. And then we had one yesterday as well, right there. Because it was a how many pip move on the 1 minute chart. So literally in 1 minute you got a 80 pip drop at 8:30 p.m. That's definitely intervention, like 1,000,000% sure. That's intervention. 30-minute, 15-minute chart. Did you do any backtesting, Aaron? Perth. He's from Perth. Oh, nice. I think Saad's from Sydney. i.e. the pip analyst. Yeah, that is what I'm losing, Bashi. I do take profits early. I mean partials, and I leave loser to SL. Yeah, exactly. So this is the point of journaling and stuff like that. When you journal, okay, I need to explain this. The thing is, there's so many factors in the market right now. It's not even a simple market. It's a very complex market. In normal market conditions, backtesting would work. That's what I wanted to say. In these market conditions, backtesting doesn't work because it's been working for me and it suddenly stopped because there's just no trades anywhere because of the damn market. And and Trump's idiocy, to put it plainly. So yeah, I mean, I really want to go short on this. I'm gonna wait in. Oh, London Open, shit. It's London Open. 1 minute. So what are we gonna see here then? So on the 1 minute chart, we're pushing up, we're taking this higher level out there. If we start to see a wick rejection occurring, we might drop down, but that does not look like it to me yet. That does not look like it. One second. It's a bit tricky because I'm trying to trade at the same time as well as reading the chat and then trying to think of the right answer to give. And obviously with 1 minute chart, you need like precision of a freaking surgeon. That to me is indicating it's going to continue to go higher. So basically there's footprints you'll see on the lower time frame. If you can read price action, you'll see footprints. Like for example, it's probably 30% of the time, maybe 20% of the time, if you have a structural level somewhere and you're seeing that price is moving towards that structural level at 7:55 or something, and then 8 o'clock, boom, London Open hits, and you get I hate this word, sweep of that level, like a break of that level, but then you see a strong wick rejection. That is then telling you that the next 10, 15, 20 minutes, that pound is probably going to go in that direction, or that asset is going to go in that direction. It works on EU, GU, UJ, GJ, USD CAD. It works on, not so much on gold. It doesn't work so much on gold. We'll see what gold does, but it generally doesn't work so much on gold. So yeah. I think price is gonna come take these highs and then potentially move down. I want to be short on the yen. If there is another intervention and we're in that position, we'll obviously financially benefit from that, because last time they did the intervention, it was a massive move, like a huge move. Okay, so that zone isn't the invalid zone then, so it might be that zone. Let's try that then, and that can go to 4 o'clock because that'll be New York session. That our trade. I don't have a high trade frequency with my A+ setups, especially in the recent market. I've been getting swerved and swerved and swerved, like it's diabolical. The level of swervature. Okay, we've got Asia midline here on euro. You could reject offer there as the pound is coming into the Asia high level. So let's see what happens with that. I like this music. I feel like we're in Saudi Arabia or something. We're on the desert, boys. Oi, oi. Does it talk at any level? There's a level there. Okay, USD CAD is coming down. That's interesting. But the DXY, we did just come and sweep out all of these highs. We've literally just come and taken that high, those two highs, that high, that high, that high, that high. I'm not sure where this is gonna go, and also because it's bank holiday in USA, we might see reduced volatility. So I think the moves that are going to happen in London is going to be more based on European volume. And then I think US is going to be the same scenario. We shouldn't see much volume in New York session, but anything can happen, because I said that before, and I've traded in New York session. It had great volume and great structure as well, so typical. Okay, so let me go back to the chat then. Yeah, that is what I lose in Bashy. I take profits early and stuff like that. Okay, so okay, my backtesting strategy worked it perfectly because I did it over 300 to 500 backtests over 8 years of data, over 3 elections and stuff like that, which is why I'm so confident in my A+ setup. But it only works in normal market conditions. I was doing fantastic in early 2024. I think my first or second trade I caught was a 16 or 17 or trade, and I was like, wow, for my first trade and stuff like that. But I won't talk so much about my journey because I would believe I'm an exception because of my understanding of trading. I suppose I put that down to yeah, I would say yeah. How most people look at successful traders, I look at losing traders. Most people focus on technicals, I focus on what is trading like. Why do people fail? Why do they lose money and stuff like that? So I had a slightly different approach. But this is going to be for both of you and for Aaron, yeah? So both of you. These markets right now, you can't backtest it, unfortunately. You just can't. What you can do is backtest a strategy that generally works to find out if it's profitable or not, and then apply it in the current markets. Now, because these markets are absolutely abnormal, now you do need a hint of live testing. 150 million% you need a hint of live testing. Because trading is very much experience based, and unfortunately if you can't gather experience from backtesting because it's a new market, then yeah, of course you can. Join the Discord and just drop it in the chat. yeah, that's fine. Yeah, I already help a few other traders out anyway with their journal and stuff. There's another guy named Vi who kept blowing accounts. He's from, I think he's from India. Like, he's Indian, but I don't know if he's from like India now. I think he is. Anyway, I helped him out because his trading plan was really bad. His trade management was really bad, and then I've kind of forced him into reduced risk, and he's doing far better on his account. Even though the markets are still really bad, like, he's preserving the account longer, because capital preservation is one of the most important things in trading. Which is why my goal has always been never blow an account. Do your best to never blow an account. Because then when you go to personal, if you're trading profits, you go to personal, you're going to hold that value of the account, you're going to hold that balance. You're going to be in the market for longer, building experience longer, building knowledge longer, getting more exposure in the markets, and it's not financially costing you anymore. If you have that mentality where I need to learn every single day, I need to be better every single day by preserving this account, it makes you look at the market in a different perspective rather than having the mentality, I can blow an account and get a new one, no problem. You see what I'm trying to say? Trading doesn't really work like that. It's not going to be a successful way to be a trader. It does work for some people, but then that's an exception. That's not the general rule of people. But yeah, let me send you the link for the Discord, and then you can just join there. Hey. Oh, what the hell? Yeah. Oh, yeah. It's not letting me zoom the chat out. No. OBS is being weird. I can't see the chat. Oh no. Why is it done this? Why is it done this? Oh no. Oh no. What have you done to the OBS thing? Let's just close it. Then reopen it. Oh shit, this is bad. I can't see the... No. Accidentally zoomed in the chat. Now everything is zoomed in, so all I can see is your guys' pictures, and I can't zoom out and see them. Oh wait. Bismillah Rahman Rahim. Come on. zoom out of chat. Why? Oh shit, that I don't want to. Zoom out, zoom out, zoom out. Come on. Yeah. Legit, I'm trying to see the chat, but I can't because technical difficulties. Shit. Apologies, apologies, apologies times 10 million. Sincere apologies.
ECB's Lane says inflation will be above 3% for the rest of this year.
Why you're not just zooming out? At this rate, I might need to open up YouTube and then just. This is hilarious, bro. Wait, can I scroll across? No, I can't even scroll across. Even that don't work. Oh no. Oh no. This is top tier comedy right now, I swear. Why is it not zooming out? Oh wait. Zoom out. No. Zoom out. Zoom out. Zoom out. And I see. Perfect. I see. Okay, perfect. That was so bad. Yeah, I used to blow a count up and down. That I'm into my sense. I've blown from since I haven't blown from 6 months and got a consistent and getting what? 1 second. Yeah, I used to blow a count up and down. Now that I am into my sense, I haven't blown for 6 months and getting a consistent profit. Oh, that's good then. So you've not blown an account for 6 months and you've actually got profit on the account. I'm in drawdown, by the way, but that's fine. But there's a link to the Discord anyway, so if you join there and then send me your journal. Perfect. Neville sent the thingy in the chat. Thanks. One of the guys sends the edge finder in the chat every day as well. No, I have got profits. So you have got profits on the account, as in, have you passed in? Have you made any money yet or not? Sorry, I'm confused. Have you passed and made any money yet or not? Got you. Yeah, that's fine. You made the money then. That's better than most traders. Dow is 9. I'm in phase 1 still. Oh crap. Yeah, so you've not passed anything yet. That's fine. That's okay. Silver is -8. GU's -9. EU's -10. Yup. That's all about right. But yeah, send the link for the Discord. If you just hop in there, then you can just put the link in there and then I can have a look at the journal. But anyway, as I was saying, for you and Aaron, because these markets are exceptionally difficult, there's no trade for me yet because I don't see any volume or momentum in either direction, so I'm not going to be looking for anything yet. If it's a no trade day, I literally don't care. That's not a problem. So if you live test, you should do it on a demo account for at least 2-3 months. You shouldn't be doing it on a live account where you're risking money and stuff like that. And if you do, you should do very small risk. Like with me, after April or after September, sorry, I'm gonna be risking about 0.25%, maybe 0.15%, but that's because I'm targeting a huge risk reward. Like on USD CAD, for example, 6.4 odd, that's TP1, that's not even TP2. TP2 would be double that, so what, like 13R. So because of that, I can afford to risk really small and do live testing on this account, if that makes sense, because of the way that I specifically trade, my win rate, my losing streak, my risk reward and stuff like that.
We shouldn't have hiked.
Now, with that being said, you can live test, but I would advise most people to do it on a demo account for about 2 to 3 months to kind of, you know, figure out what's going on. And then when you're live testing, you have to journal everything. You have to journal it. The time you took the trade duration, your break-even process, the picture before the trade, the picture halfway through the trade, the picture at the end of the trade, and the picture sometime after the trade. So like maybe 1 hour later or 2 hours later on that trade to see did you call the direction accurately anyway or not. That's what I suggest anyway for most people doing live testing. And then you need to figure out, you know, what was your average SL, what was your average TP, how far did price go to, and then that sort of things, because you said you were cutting winners early, and well, what do you say, you're cutting winners early and letting the SL run. Vi had the exact same issue. This code is invalid, Bashi. What? Have a look. Nah, it says you can still, yeah, the link works. Eh? Accept invite. Accepting invite. Eh? It's working for me, bro. Aaron, can you check if that Discord link works? By trying to join, please. You can leave if you want to, that's fine. Edit invite link. Expire after. Never. Generate new link. Copy. Okay, try this. There. Try that. Then I might as well update the notepad with the correct link. Which is annoying because I've just changed the Discord link on my YouTube channel as well. So that should work now because I've just generated a new link. So hopefully that works. Yeah, awesome. And then let me just edit the channel quickly so I can drop the link in the channel. Where is the links? Discord. Paste. Save. And then also you've got my X and Instagram there as well. I post mainly on X. I don't use Instagram that much anymore, I'll be honest. Also do me a favor, hit like on the stream. I don't care about subscribers, I care about likes. I'm a bit weird like that. I don't want to get so many followers where if everyone starts copying my trading and then when I ask for a pair they say you're group trading. So I don't want loads of people. Like, that's why I don't trade New York session live, because if I did, I'll probably get a lot of viewers and then I'd end up getting like payouts invalidated and stuff like that, if you catch what I mean. So yeah. Sneaky buggers. So Euro's done the first leg down after taking out this high here. Sahad, are you still here? I was playing Modern Warfare. It's okay, bro. It's got Resurgence in there. It's got Casuals in there. It's got a few different things in there, so it's been good. Bro, yesterday I got like 12 kills, bro, and no death, and I was ranked 2. I was the rank 2, bro. Also, I changed the sensitivity on the controllers to 2.2, and that's way better. Like, way better. Have you downloaded it yet or not? Yeah, have you downloaded it yet or not, Saad? So anyway, Aaron, so yeah, it's probably downloaded. I'm not home. Yeah, awesome, that's fine. So yeah, Aaron, same thing for you as well, dude. If you are doing live trading now, I would advise you doing it on a demo account for about 2-3 months and try and journal the hell out of it to get data and stuff like that. If you've already done your back testing, if you haven't, just do your back testing. Minimum you want 100 back tests over a year. So like in the first quarter, second quarter, third quarter, fourth quarter, because markets move differently throughout their seasonality and stuff like that. I am prop. Okay, that's fine.
ECB's loans to the Eurozone economy has steady momentum.
Have you ever back tested a strategy or not, Aaron? Man, it's hard to keep a chat going and focus on M1, bloody hell. Normally we just mess around and throw jokes around so I get to focus on my trading, but this is hard. Go to 8:30. I don't like trading from like demand and supply zones and stuff like that on M5, which is why I mark them out as invalid zones in the hopes they fail. Oh, I need to look at UJ in it. What's that doing? Okay, nothing. That's I hear a pulu in the Discord. I'm gonna keep eyes on there. Maverick. Welcome. So who's Maverick? Is Maverick Aaron or is Maverick Kirthan? Oh yeah, Kirthan. Yeah. Welcome. You can go to my trades tab. You can see all the trades I've taken. You can see the payout section, how many payouts I've received and stuff. You can go to even the trading psychology because I've done a podcast. I've got the link for the podcast in there as well. That was when I was trading for like 7 months in the market. There's also a link for the PDF book, Trading in the Zone. I highly recommend that book. It's probably one of the best books I've ever best books I've ever read. And to be honest, it's the only book I've read because I didn't think I would need anything after that. Like, I really don't think I need anything after that book. So you can go through my trades. You can see all the losses I've taken, all the wins I've taken. I've also commented on in the my trades tab if it's valid, not valid, where I went wrong, where I went right, etc. You can literally see everything there for full transparency. I normally screenshot the profits I've taken on all my trades and stuff as well, so you can see all of that. Basically everything as transparent as it could possibly be. And then obviously remember, some of these trades are live. Like all the London trades are normally live taken. The New York trades, I will still screenshot them and stuff and put them in the Discord. But yeah, like this is pretty much everything. And I think my 65R trades in there as well. I think the 45 and 65R trade are also in there. They were abnormal because they were just like, catching the right move and then holding the hell out of it whilst the news is also going in your favor. So that's not common occurrence. I don't do it anymore. Yeah, that's fine. I'll have a look after I've managed to catch a trade. If I've managed to catch a trade, because around these days, around 9 o'clock, I'm done. So what, like another 35 minutes, I'm done. Then I can look at your journal and just see what we can do on that side of things. Because it's not been so good. So the way I trade is based on volume, like London Open volume, Frankfurt Open volume for like that first hour and a half. And because of the markets at the moment, it's not moving in the way it should. Like price would normally sweep a zone at 8 o'clock, you catch an entry at 8:30, or you catch an entry at about 9:30, you get a reversal at 11:30. Like I used to know EU, GU and GJ like the back of my absolute hand. Like I would trade it like a pro. It was so easy. And then after the Trump stuff, like volume's been weird. Like Frankfurt moves, London Open moves for 10 minutes and then it consolidates for 2 hours. I close the charts, it starts moving at 11 o'clock. That's abnormal. So I'm not trading like any of that. Just nope. Because then that means I have to back test it, gather more data and stuff like that, which I can't do because the markets haven't given us historical data for this, you know. So yeah, it's been a bit tricky for sure. But that's where you need to be very patient and kind of understand what you're doing as a trader. Let's have just a teeny look at that Notion thing. Okay, what's your risk reward? Because your win rate is only 37%. Like your win rate is nearly on par with mine. My win rate ranges from anywhere between 40 up to 65%. I remember in 1 week or 2 weeks, I caught 135R. I did a 65R. I did a 17R. I did a 10R. I did another 15R. I did another 20R. And it's like 1 week or 2 weeks, I literally had like 5 wins in a row. I was like, wow, my win streak is not normally like that. My win streak is normally 2 to 3 trades. Yeah, I normally get 2 wins, max 3 wins in a row. It's more like win, loss, loss, win, loss, break even, partials, which is suppose classed as a win anyway. Yeah, it's kind of like that. Oof, but that is not a profitable strategy. If you've got a 37% win rate and a 2R, you're not making enough money to be profitable. For a 2R risk reward, your win rate has to be minimum 60% for it to be viable to even trade that. So you need to change that strategy because that data is not. What's your average win rate? Because that journaling is really bad. Wow. And are they all the trades you journaled? Is that everything? You journaled for. तुमसे चप्पल मारूंगा तुमसे चप्पल मारूंगा बहुत बड़ा चप्पल. Bro, you sent me your trading journal for Notion and it's only 1 week of trades. That's it. 11th of June 1 2, 12th of June 1, 13th of June 1, 16th of June 1 2 3 4 5 trades in 1 day. Oh, got you. Yeah, that's bad. Just looking at that journaling for the 1 week, it's bad because on the 16th of June, I think you did revenge trading because you took 6 trades. Wait, 1 2 3 4 trades in 1 day. 1 2 3 4 trades in 1 day. That's a lot, bro. Entry time frame 1 day, 4 hour, 1 hour. You got a lot of flexibility on entry. That's not ideal. Point of interest 0.16, 0.65. Lots. Days held 1 news, GDP, CPI. I need more data, bro. I can't go off of this. I need more data, man. There's not much here. Also, what I would put in the journal is risk reward, trade duration, how many pips or risk reward, or I would put risk reward and pip volume movement on that trade. So like it's a win, 3R, 210 pips, for example. And then put what time the trade was entered in at. So what time did you enter? London session, New York session, what time was the entry? Do you have a break even process? If you do, put that in there, you know, all that stuff. Because that journaling that you've done there is very, very poor quality, bro. That's not telling you how to fine-tune your strategy. Like for me, my strategy is fine-tuned, bro. Like fine-tuned. I know my average SL, I know my average TP, I know my average TP1, my average break-even. I know my average trade duration, I know my average trades in a month, I know my average lot size, I know my average risk reward. What else is there? I know my average losing streak. What else is there? I know my average win streak. What else is there? Like you need to fully know your strategy, Kirthan. Yeah, because you know, do you understand? Like, here's a question: do you understand why that's so important? Yes or no? Be honest, because if you be honest with me, then I can tell you the importance of these things in it, and I'll use myself as an example. Because you think, bro, how many traders do you know who trade live on YouTube on M1 with live execution and stuff like that? You understand, like, no one's doing on M1, bro. Not any of these gurus, none of them are trading M1 live on YouTube day in, day out. This is like my 210th stream, bro. Okay, as long as you get it, then that's fine. Because it's imperative, like it's imperative you kind of understand. I wanted longs on USD CAD, but I'm not seeing the volume come in. It's not ideal. It's not ideal conditions right now. Like that's not structure, that's just a drip. That's just a drip feeding all the way down. Tagging this invalid zone, giving a reaction. Hopefully comes, takes that zone out so I can hop in shorts. So yeah, you need to do all those things, because like the reason I was able to fine tune my strategy to the point where this is an A+. Because remember how you were asking, yeah, how do you know what's an A+ setup? How do you know it's a B+ setup and stuff like that, Kirthan? It was because I was able to backtest so good, yeah, develop the strategy so well, understand it so well. Okay, so on this time that I figured out 11:30 you get a reversal on GU and EU, because I was backtesting and trading the sessions I trade, because I would always hold a trade, yeah. My trade duration is about 2 hours long, so 1 hour 30 to 2 hours long, and that would normally move around 11:30. As I wait a second, my TP always sits around the 11:30 time frame, and then the 11:30 time frame either does a deep pullback or it switches and reverses the opposite way. So then when you're back testing these things and you're looking at the charts, you're like, wait a second, I'm realizing that's important for me, bro. Because for me to know on average 11:30 does a pullback or a reversal, that means two things. If I've taken partials and I get a pullback, I can scale into that trade again. Or if I haven't taken partials, I could take 75% at that position at that time frame. If it does do a pullback or a reversal, I've maximized the profit taking on that strategy. Does that make sense? So like it's understanding the data and maximizing it in your favor to make your trading strategy as efficient as possible. I've got 4 profit taking levels, yeah. Profit taking 1 is almost guaranteed. It's like if I'm in a trade and I'm caught break even, if it doesn't hit break even within here's another thing. If I'm break even on a trade, yeah, and I've not hit break even in 15 minutes, guess what? The chance of a TP1 is like 80%. Like, I know my data, I know my strategy, I know my edge, I know it. Like, with like, remember I was saying in the TradingX live stream, I'm like a surgeon, bro. I'm a surgeon in the market. I fully know everything.
Went to the office to work from June 23rd and continued treatment for about 2 weeks.
And you're only gonna really know that by developing, you know, your own deep understanding of how you trade, and then a deep understanding of the markets that you also trade. I didn't know you could send that stuff. So what's that for? Win rate 62%. That's not bad. What's your risk reward? Is it still 2, yeah? Because 62% risk reward 2, I told you that that's okay. That's just profitable. Not amazing, but profitable. Profit factor, oh no, it's not. Your profit factor is 1.15. You need to turn your profit factor to 2. Or it's not bad. That's not bad. If you can get 1 to 2 on there, you'll be okay. And listen, also, if you're gonna be getting a 60% win rate, take partials early, bro. Oh, alright. You said in capitals. Alright, bro. Relax, Kurtan. I'm sorry, bro. Why are you angry on me? Brother. Yes, I know, but this is what I'm telling you. When you have all this data that you've back tested, yeah, this is the importance of it. If you've back tested, yeah, 300 trades, yeah, Kurthan, 300, and you know, like, this is my range of SL, 20 to 35 pips. I'm trying to make you understand. I'm listening, you tot. Tot, I'm listening. Open your gun. Open your gun and listen. So it's fine. I'm only joking, man. Yeah. Remember, like we joke a lot here. We take the you know, yeah. So don't feel offended or anything like that, yeah. Because the Sahad is really bad. So the point I was trying to say is it's because of okay. Let me say it like this, yeah. Have you back tested your strategy or not? Have you got your data for your strategy or not? Just yes or no. That's it. We're gonna be very simple. Yes or no. And Aaron, if you have any questions, bro, you can drop them in the chat. I will answer the questions if you have any questions, Aaron. It's just Kurthan's a bit more active in the sound, answering his questions more. No. Okay. So remember I was telling you about psychology. When this is literally psychology 101, yeah. I take partials early, bro. I leave loss on SL early. Why? That's psychological issue. Why is it? Because you don't have the data, bro. It's as simple as that. If you had the data, yeah, in front of your face, like, did you see how confident I am in my strategy? Like, I'm so confident, bro. So confident. To the point where I've been streaming on YouTube live for almost a year. You need to be 100%. I'm absolutely on this, bro. It's like a business. If you don't know the stocks in inventories, identifying bottlenecks through data, then trading is a hard pass. Exactly, Sahad. Thank you. That's the point, innit? You need to know your data, bro. You need to know what you're doing, innit? Because it's like, you know, people who do gambling, yeah, like poker and stuff like that. Do you think they just go there and just say, yeah, I'm gonna, you know, bet, stand, whatever? I don't know. Or do you think they're gonna study, learn, and then try and work it in their favor? This game of trading is about statistics, yeah. But the good thing about trading is you can historically test, and it costs you nothing. Demo account, historically do back testing, develop data, develop an edge, everything, and then apply it live. It's so good. Which jobs do you know can you make millions and millions of pounds and dollars and stuff like that, yeah? And all you have to do is just look at what happened before. That's it. Simple as that. You can look at what happened before. It gives you got back testing websites out there, FX Replay. It gives you win rate, it gives you losing streak, it gives you trade duration, it gives you losing streak, it gives you everything, bro. All you gotta do is just put 200-300 trades in there. That's it. It's amazing. Honestly, it's amazing. If you do that, bro, I'm telling you, your psychology will become way better, yeah? Because you're gonna know, okay, I've done 300 back tests. I've seen with my own eye, yeah? But I've seen with my own eyes, literally 300 times this trade plays out at 1.8 up to 2.2R. Boom. I'm gonna cap 1.8 every single time. because if I do 2.3R or if I do 2.2R, I'll lose 20%. So I'm just going to cap it at 1.8. The win rate becomes 75% when you cap it at 1.8 versus the 60%, for example. Then your SL. Then you have your SL, yeah? You'll have your SL at this set range or whatever like that. You know, like for me, on EUGU, my SL is 2 to 4 pips. If it's lower than 2 pips, I'm not taking it. If it's bigger than 4 pips, I'm not taking it. On gbpjpy, 3 to about 5.5 pips. UJ, 3 to 5 pips also. USD CAD, 2 to about 4 pips again. And then I'll also have a process for break even. So you're saying, yeah, I take partials early. But then if you backtested your strategy and you had confidence, how I have confidence in mine, because I've seen it 300 times a year, 300 times I've seen it day in, day out, yeah, via backtesting, that this is the TP level, boom. That issue will go away. 1,000,000% will go away. And leave loss till SL. So one, if you backtest, you will learn, wait a second, I can bring a break-even process. Example, when it's 1 to 1R, so 1 risk reward, go break even. You'd have to backtest your strategy because I don't know how it works. You'd have to figure it out. Or you could even do like, I don't know, when it breaks structure on the, so you enter on the 1 hour time frame, yeah, or 4 hour time frame, because in your journal it said 4 and 1 hour and daily. So what I was gonna say is, if you enter on the 4 hour, you could go to like the 30-minute time frame and wait for like a break of structure to the higher side, and then wait for a second break of structure. So example on the charts right here, I'll draw an example on the charts, yeah. So let's say you're in a buy from here and price is coming down on the 4 hour chart, yeah, and then you go to the 30-minute chart. So I'm trying to think of how to draw this. So then here's your entry, yeah, right here on the 30-minute chart. 30-minute structure is created there, yeah. So first leg, second leg on the 30-minute chart. You could start to go break even as soon as you've broken that high in the 30-minute chart. Example. You could learn these things when you're backtesting it, because it gives you the ability to test, does this strategy work in conditions, yes or no. Perfect, it works. Here's your win rate, here's your losing rate, here's your risk reward, perfect. Then you can say, okay, how do I make this efficient? Because as you said, I'm leaving loss till SL. I don't have a break-even process. You need a way to put that loss. How can you do it? If you're entering on the 4 hour, I'm just giving you an example. I think this might work. You'll have to test it yourself. Once again, you'll have to backtest it because I don't know. But I think if you're entering on a 4 hour time frame and you get a clean break of structure with volume and momentum, yeah, on the 30-minute time frame, you might be able to go break even then. Or go to the 1 hour time frame. If you see this happening on a 1 hour time frame and you bought in there, then on this break here, then go break even. That might be better. You understand? But you also need to think, if you're in a ranging market, you can't go break even too fast, because remember, Forex is a ranging market. If you're in gold, silver indices, you can probably use that strategy there. You need to think also about the condition of the market, the asset that you're trading. Is it a range band market? Is it a consolidating market and stuff like that? You know, when you start to take trading seriously, bro, you will become so intelligent in the markets. And remember, yeah, I'm not trying to toot my own horn or anything, but I've only been trading for about 12-13 months, remember? But then it's down to how much knowledge are you going to seek, and how serious are you going to take trading, and how much are you going to develop yourself as a trader and stuff like that. You see what I mean? Like, all of my friends trade different strategies. Sahad trades a different strategy. All of my friends that trade Nick's YouTube stream, they trade different strategies. It's just about learning and developing through different methods and stuff like that. Now I just trade my own way. I don't care what anyone does. And then, like, I even had a segment on Nick's channel like 6 months ago, 8 months ago, where me and Nick spoke for like 30 minutes on his stream. and we had a really good conversation and stuff, man. Point being that, like, once you understand the market to a certain level, you start to realize what to do to become profitable, what to do to avoid losses, what to do to stay in the game longer. One thing I'll tell you about trading is it's easy and it's hard. It's easy if you make it easy, it's hard if you make it hard. You see what I'm trying to say, Kirthan? That's for everyone, that's for like across the board. Yeah, but, and what I mean by that is the backtesting, the data and all that stuff in it. You see what I mean? If I would happily do a backtesting session with the Discord, yeah, but they all trade their own strategies in it. But I can't even do that. Otherwise, I would do a backtesting session with them and say, look, do it like this. This is how to do it. This is what you're looking for. This is how to, you know, do all that stuff. And another thing, do you have a trading plan? That's another massive factor, bro. Vi, the Indian guy, because I just remember him because he's the most recent person I helped out. Vi had a trading plan that wasn't realistic. He had a trading plan that was linked to his journal, but his journal was like, he had the backtesting data, which was okay. I think he had about 50-60 backtest. It was okay. But then after he sent me all the screenshots of the trades, and then I was looking at it and I realized the pattern. I goes, brother, you revenge trade. And he goes, how did you realize? I goes, I can see it in your journaling. You revenge trade, it's obvious. And then after that, I helped Vi out with his risk management because he didn't have a trading plan. That was good. He didn't have good risk management.
IDF says it's
he would revenge trade as well. But I had to spend a lot of time with Vi to learn why is he doing that. Like it's not as easy as, yeah, bro, I get angry. Like, why do you get angry? Like, you see what I'm trying to say? That's why I think psychology is the most important thing. I'm talking about this type of psychology, innit? Greed, impatience. Impatient meaning not doing backtesting. That's what I mean. That's psychology. Revenge trading is psychology. Not backtesting because you just want to get into the charts. Psychology because you're impatient. And greed as well. All of it is psychological, bro. All of it is.
.com/purchase and save 67% on a subscription. Let's make a big, beautiful deal, people. Come on.
You can't tell me it's not. You literally can't tell me it's not. It's just raw evidence and proof. Like you've given proof yourself. I take partials early, I leave a loss. You revenge trade. That's all psychological. Why? Because you don't have backtesting. Why? Because I think you wanted to get straight into trading and you thought to yourself, I can be profitable in 1 year, maybe. Or you thought I'll make 50k in 1 year. Am I right? I'm guessing. Am I right or am I wrong? If I'm wrong, I'm just guessing right now. Because that's what most traders are like. I got control now, I don't revenge trade. Yeah, I'm not surprised. Yeah, it was because of that. You know, for me, when I started trading, yeah, my mentality is very different, bro. Very different. Look at that podcast in the Discord, yeah, that I had. So go to the trading psychology tab, content, watch that podcast. I did that when I was trading for 7 months. No, that was in October, April, May, June, July, August, September, October. So I only had 4 months of trading experience, yeah, when I did that podcast, but I've been in the market for 6 months. And just listen to that podcast, bro. And I'm telling you, you'll realize the way I was viewing trading when I come into trading is different from 95% of traders, bro. 99% of traders. I said to myself, I want to take 18 months to pass an account. Yeah, I passed in 1 year. I said I want to get in my second year of trading. Yeah, so in 24 months, I want to get a payout. I got 3-4 within my first year of trading. Because I've given myself realistic goals, the idea is always the same. If you know how to trade, yeah, and you've developed this strategy, this edge, whichever you want to call it, like whichever method, people normally say risk more, pass a prop firm faster, get funded, and then get payouts. Do you agree with that method or not? So risk high in challenge phase, get funded, and like then risk small. Like, what's your opinion to that? Good. I disagree with that. I disagree with that mentality. I was risking 0.25% the whole time, bro. Because if you remember, my goal is to never blow an account. That's my goal. I want to be the only trader on YouTube who trades M1 live with absolute precision, who's never blown an account and everything. Now, I've blown an account with ACG because I use a trade copier. All my accounts take 0.5% risk loss. That takes 1.5% loss. That's the only account I've blown. But every other ACG account, I still have it. So I'm not classing that as a blown account. I'm classing that as just, when I use a trade copier, the spread was so different on ACG to all my other accounts that it was just so bad. So bad. And then I put all the ACG accounts on one copier and then they're all perfectly fine. So yeah. I've got like 9 accounts, by the way, like 700k. Wait, 100, 2, 3, 4, 500, 600, and I've got 600 and something k worth of accounts. Some are funded, some are in challenge phase. So no, one's funded 100k with funded next, and I'm with like 3-4 different prop firms. And as I said, bro, I've never burned an account because that 200k. The account I blew was a 200k ACG, but remember, all of my accounts through my 4 or 5 different prop firms, I take a loss on here, they all take a loss, same, you know, risk reward, same loss, yeah, same percentage. ACG, double or triple the loss, I don't even know how. Yeah, Blue Guardian's not good. I've heard bad stuff about them, heard really bad stuff about them. They've been around for a long time, but they're not good. So I almost had 1 million in challenges, bro. I had almost 1 million in challenges. 2 prop firms went close, so I used the charge back on my credit card, got the money back. I had another. I was with another prop firm, so I was funded with another prop firm 50k. I got a payout from them, and then they basically rejected me and stuff like that for stupid reasons. I'm gonna make a video exposing them for like unfair reasons and stuff like that. Yeah, don't go to Blue Guardian. I've already looked into them. They're not ideal, bro, trust me. Yeah, stick with Top Step and then Lucid, innit? Because they're good, to be honest, man. I think they're the more reliable ones out of the thingy, innit? Out of the futures firms, innit? So yeah, today looks like it's gonna be really low volume. We got bank holiday, we've done almost an hour, and we've done 7.5 pip range. So I think we're not going to get no moves in the market today, which is fine. So I'll just probably chill and then just help out Kurthan with his trading, because I've pretty much got nothing else to do now. That can go over to 4 o'clock. I'll trade in New York just in case we get something. Hopefully we get something. Yeah, that's good. Yeah, like I've had 5 losses in a row. Yeah, 3 of the losses were what's the word? Mistakes. So even I make mistakes. I'm not going to be harsh to say I'm a perfect trader. No one's a perfect trader, yeah. But it's very rare for me to make a mistake. Very rare for me to make a mistake. So yes, I'm on a 5 losses at the moment. I'll even show my trading journal. 1 second. My FX book. So master account. Here we go. Swap window capture to Brave. So in August, I made like 9%. Dropped back down, made another bit there, and then it got really bad this year, to be fair, because of Trump. So this was me just taking break-even loss, and then I took 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 trades that were losses in a row. It was really bad, really bad. But I was up like 9%, and then I got a personal account also, and then my personal account I made 70%. That says 170. That's not right. I made But the percentages are not right on this, man. I did 4% risk on silver, made 70% return. Well, it's not showing that. It's showing 28%. I don't know why. That's weird. I don't know why it's showing that. Gold and silver, very profitable. So these are like, so that's my personal account, which has only got 1,600 in there. And then obviously I've got my master account here, which is one I started in August. Hence why when I end in August, I'm gonna like start a new one using all of my trading methods: buy stops, sell stops, A+, B+ setups. Because this is just A+ only, and it was going really good, bro. It's going really good, and then Trump just kind of killed everything off. He made it really bad, to be fair, man. You can see it as 8%, yeah, and then I dropped all the way down to 5.1 just because of like these markets with Trump. That's me. I hate him, man. He's an idiot. Trump's an idiot. There's a funded account. Let me go back to trading. There. Not funded account, that was a challenge account. So I've got a bunch of accounts in phase 2. They're in a bit of drawdown. I got funded next account, which is funded. I've had a few payouts on that. That's in 3.5% drawdown, but I don't mind because I got high risk reward. That's another thing, Kurthan. When you're in drawdown, do you get emotionally affected? I don't care. Literally, I don't care. On the 50k funded account I had, yeah, but remember, I trade, yeah, sessions, London session and stuff like that. Look at EU and GU. Look at, how can I trade this on M1? Like, literally, how? You can't trade it, bro. It's not tradable because there's no movement. There's just range. There's chop. Like, I trade volume, I trade movement in it, and I call price action accurately, like 70-80% of the time. But that's only when price is moving, which is why it's been hard for me, because Trump scared the market so much, yeah, that there's no volume. The banks aren't taking any risk. The hedge funds aren't taking any risk or exposure. It's very closed and chopped and stuff like that right now. But when the market's moving, bro, poof, like it's not bad at all. So let's do on M5 on all of these, yeah. Let me just go on M15 for that, just to move it over to New York session. Fucking like Valley. What's the range that we've got here as well? That's a 40 pip range. That's fine. So you can cover that low. And then I'm gonna delete that because I just don't see that really. Perfect. Okay, so let's look at, yeah, the average pip movement, yeah. So from Euro USD, in 1 hour we've done 8 pips, yeah, 8 pips. And for me, TP1 on Euro is 12 to 15 pips. There's been no movement for me to even catch a trade on there, yeah.
Says we want to come to a EU
pound
decision this year.
Pound since, oh god, 1 second. Bear in mind, you had news as well. We had news for pound. We had retail sales.
Too high.
We had 24 pip move on pound in 2 hours and 5 minutes. I didn't really get on the charts till after 7 o'clock. So let's say from 7:30. So let's say from 7:30, yeah, all the way till here, we did a 20 pip move, but there was no entry or anything either because we're in a 16 pip range. So yeah, let me see if there was an entry anywhere. Hindsight always helps. Nope, no entry anywhere there at all on my A+ setup. On the breakout method there is, but I'm not using breakout until September. The first leg occurred, and then you could do on the breakout of this level here, it would be a 5.5 pip SL. The breakout has 1 more pip, so 2 to 4, 4 to 5. Too big of an SL, can't do that. So I'm not even going to take that trade, yeah, because there's not much to do with, like, there's no structure there, right? And then yen normally does a lot more pip volume than GU anyway, but it did 20 pips in 1 hour. That's very low volume. GJ normally in the first hour of London does about 35 to 40 pips. GU on the first hour of London does about 25 pips, which it did do today, but it's still back into the medium of the range. If you look at GU on the top right chart, EU does about 15 pips, but it's only done 8. You see what I'm trying to say? You can't physically trade that. So if we say on GJ in 2 hours and 10 minutes 30 pips, that's bad. That should easily be 45, nearly 50 pips in 2 hours on GJ. I'm talking averages, by the way. I'm talking guaranteed averages from what I've seen in my back testing data and stuff like that. USD CAD in 2 hours has done a 13 pip move. This in 2 hours is kind of like EUGU, so like 15 to 20 pips. USD JPY, here's another one. This is a bit lower volume also, so let's just do from 7:30 till 9 o'clock, so 1 hour 30 minutes 16 pips. That's very low. It is about 5 to 10 pips lower than GJ. So there you go. Like, for me to trade this, how? Which is how the markets have been for a long time, which is why I've had those 5 losers. I should have actually only had 2 losers because I made 3 mistakes. But chalo, you have to be fair with yourself, innit? You can't be harsh and beat yourself up all the time, because trading, it's not easy. Like, it's a difficult job, bro. It's easy when you're patient. It's difficult when you're trying to force it and stuff like that. You know what I'm trying to say? You can look at gold and silver if you want. Yeah, one day he's fine. But anyway, just do some back testing, get some data on your break-even process, get some data on your risk reward. When you've got your data, give it to me. Give me the data. Give me the win rate. Give me the trade duration. I'll tell you what to do. And also, what's your risk plan? How much are you risking per trade? Because I wish Vi was here, because Vi would tell you, bro, like how much it's helped. There's one trader who was from Kurdistan. I told him everything. Like, I literally went through his trades. I went through his journal, because him and Vi wanted me to do it at the same time. I looked at Vi's. I told Vi. He listened. He did better. I told the Kurdish guy. He didn't listen, bro. He blew 4 accounts after that. 5 accounts after that. Bro, I'm not joking. He blew 1 account 15 minutes after getting it. After getting the account, he blew it, but brand new fresh account. Trust me, it's a joke, Ira. It's a joke. And then Vi listened, and then he's doing good. I don't know where his accounts are now. I even put a Discord channel, like, where they could like have their own channel, and you could post all your trades in there, and then stuff like that. But I did it for the Kurdish guy. After I made the channel, he goes, "Yeah, bro, delete it." I was annoyed, bro. I made a channel. I made like all the rules. Do this, do this, do this, do this, do this. And then he goes, "Yeah, delete it." After that, I'll give up. Yes, Alan. The AD98 is one of my ADX is one of my friends. We've been trading the same sort of time and stuff like that. So even he knows that, like, you have to have your data. You have to have everything there. 2% too much. Stop. That's already red flag. Way too much. That's way too much exposure. Way too much exposure. That's already way too much. Way too much. That is, wow, that's very aggressive risk, bro. For someone who's new, who hasn't got funded yet, you're having very aggressive risk. Remember, I told you it's better to risk small and be patient, right? Is this an intervention happening right now? What's going on? Oh no, it's just 3 pips. Okay, it looked like it was a massive move then for a second. You need to change that. I would cut your risk down to 0.5%. And then I would keep max exposure to 1.5. You can have 3 separate trades and do not have it on the same pair. So because you trade the 4-hour chart and the daily chart, yeah, and you're at an extreme a lot, so you're doing more fundamental trading, I'm guessing, do it where you're doing 0.5% risk on 3 different pairs. So don't do like gold and silver, just do one of the 2. And then don't do like US 30, NAS and S&P 500, just do one of them. You see what I'm trying to say? Because all the indices, those 3 indices are moving in synchronization. Gold and silver are moving in synchronization. So just pick it on the one. You see what I mean? Because then it gives you more diversity, yeah? So you could take one trade in metals because gold and silver move similarly. I personally prefer silver, but you need more bigger SL because it's got more volatility. I prefer silver over gold. And at the moment, Nasdaq is doing better because I think the SpaceX is part of Nasdaq, so it's getting more of a pump. So I would do silver and NAS. So if you're going to take a trade in indices, do it on NAS. If you're going to take a trade in metals, do it on silver because of more volatility. Then if you're going to take a trade on Forex, then you just got 1 trade on Forex. And then you've got 3 trades open, 0.5% each, max risk 1.5%. That's enough, bro. Because you're limiting yourself to only 2 trades, yeah? And then also, in 1 week, don't take more than 4 trades. No, wait. On the 4-hour chart. Yeah. Don't take more than 2 trades a week. Or 4 or 3 trades a week. Can exposure on the 4-hour time, you can get them into. Yeah. Okay, perfect. So because you're on the 4-hour, I would say don't take more than 3 trades a week. So with your exposure, max 0.5, 0.5, 0.5, and don't take more than 3 a week. That's it. Pick the best setups on the 4-hour time frame, the best setups on all the assets, the best setups on silver, gold, indices. Just pick the best one and just take one of each. So this is what I was telling you earlier on. When you do back testing and stuff like that, yeah, you start to learn like what is a better quality setup, what is a lower quality setup. You start to learn which is a higher probability because you're seeing it play out. You're seeing that this trade with this level sweeping that level is more win rate. You see this trade with this level being swept or whatever is better because it has more volume. I'm realizing the volume. This trade doesn't have as much volume. Like, you know how you get big momentum candles, yeah? When you're backtesting, you're gonna realize, okay, this has this volume and stuff like that. This works out better because the other trades, they like trade this and this, and they're slightly different. You see what I'm trying to say? Because I've done 300 to 500 backtests. When you've done 300 to 500 backtests, that's a huge pool of data. And then from there, you can pick which is the best one, which is the one that you see doing the best most often, because you've seen it 500 times, you've seen it 400 times, you've seen it 300 times. You're gonna know this one's the best one, obviously. You're gonna know, you've seen it 300 times, you know? You've seen it, you know, in it. In your brain, you know. And then you could be like, this one's not as good. And then if you're not sure about this one, backtest to say, these ones are good, but I don't remember how good they were. I don't know if they're good enough to actually trade. Let's just double check and backtest those 100 backtests minimum. That's it. Actually, it's not that good after doing 100 backtests. Let's stick with the A and the A+. How do I know that? Because A, I see it working all the time. The data tells me between A and A+, I'm getting this much win rate. But I know through my backtesting, the A is not as good as the A+. You get more losses on there. And then what do? You backtest 100 of that. So with your strategy, do 300 backtests. Yeah, get loads of data, and then you're gonna realize that some are good, some are bad. Figure out what's different, and then just test that. 100 of that, 100 of that. Then you can say A+ here, A there, B+ there, B there. Does that make sense or not? Or did that answer the question? Also, for me, I wouldn't use my example because I trade M1, so it's an awkward example. Because M1 is so technical, I have like a 6 or 7 point checklist. So the more points that are ticked, the more it leads towards the A+ setup. Does that make sense? But that's me and my specific edge. So I did GU because GU covers EU and GU covers AUD USD. And then after I did the back testing, I did like 20-30 back tests on, I did 20-30 back tests on yen. I did 20-30 back tests on US30. I did 20-30 back tests on gold. I did 20-30 back tests on gbpjpy just to check if it works. Because the way I view the market is I'm reading price action. I have to physically look and read this. But I developed that after the 300 back tests. Once I figured the strategy out, I figured, does it work? When I seen it works in the 300, I gained experience. And then when I went live in the market, I would say in the last 6 months or 8 months, I've learned loads more by actually moving away from my trading strategy and just focusing on reading price action, which lines up with my trading strategy anyway. Does that make sense or not? Because I'm literally looking at the market and looking, where's price gonna go? Where's it gonna go? Why is it gonna go? And then when I started doing that, it kind of become better. I become faster at trading, I become sharper. But as I said, that's me and my specific journey, which isn't going to be ideal for most people anyway, and how I read price. I've been literally, if you go back to my earlier streams, bro, you'll see that I've changed a lot as a trader. I've gained experience and stuff like that. You'll see that. I think 300 is good, like for you to get enough data, for you to get enough experiences to realize I've done 300 trades, these ones are better, them ones are worse, and then you can start ranking them by testing the worst ones or testing the best. Testing the best one and just stick to the best. That's fine. Honestly, for most traders, only have an A+ setup. That's fine. For me, I'm okay with the A+A and a B+. But other traders, like, you're not even funded yet, bro. So honestly, I would just stick with A+. Do 300 back tests, or if you're gonna do A+ setups only, 200 back tests is enough. 1 to 200 is enough for A+ only. If you focus on the best setups only and the best ones, and but when you do that, you're gonna realize that these trades are bad, these trades are good. So you want 100 minimum of the good strategy backtest, that one specific model. Does that make sense? Because you're only going to know that by filtering through. And filtering through is the purpose of the 300 backtests, is for you to filter through what is good and what is bad. And then once you got the good stuff, then you go back and you test it religiously for 100 tests on that one specific method that is your A+ setup. Then that 100 should be enough for you as a trader. That should be enough, because then you've gone through 200 to 300 to figure it all out. So you've got that experience there, which is going to make you better as a trader anyway. You're going to learn loads from that. Then you're going to test the one specific edge 100 times. So you're going to have like anywhere from 200 to 300 backtests on kind of like that specific method. And that's enough for you to then become confident in that strategy. You see what I'm trying to say? But do it properly, bro. For me, when I was backtesting, each backtest took me between 10 and 15 minutes. So it took me like a week or 10 days to do, but I was doing 16 hours a day. So don't rush it. Do it properly. Analyze it. Mark it all out. Everything. Then click trade. as if you're trading out. Like fully do it one by one by one by one. Do it properly, take it serious. So euro is moving now, but there's still nothing to do. And then if you need any help, just post in the Discord in it with any questions and I'll answer them. But generally that's as easy as it can be. Looking at UJ in it, nothing yet. It looks like I might just have to go over to New York session, you know, because I don't think we're gonna get anything in London. Oh, silver's dipped. All the bond yields are up. Only America's down. That's good. Because they had the big price in already anyway. VIX is up 3%. Indices are more bearish to neutral. Gas is up 3%. Oil is... Why is gas up 3%? There's something happened with the war. The British gas should be dropping. That gas there, GWM whatever, is the futures for the gas prices in the UK. Because when Iran hit Qatar's LNG supply, UK got cooked. So let me just check if there's anything going on. Okay, I see why. Hezbollah struck sites in Lebanon, which is probably why it happened. So I think Iran might strike back. I'll have to look at the news though, innit? Because Western news is not covering it accurately. Oh yeah, literally. Oh god, yeah, I've just seen footage now. Aftermath of strikes of Lebanon violation after 24 hours after signing. So it looks like Iran's gonna retaliate. So depending on what Trump does, we might see dollar fly up even more and oil push up even more, because I follow sources from Iran and sources from Lebanon. I don't follow Western media. I'm just looking at the news because it seems to be the case where Iran's likely to retaliate, and I'm just wondering what is America's response going to be? Are they going to distance or are they going to support? If they're going to support, then it's just going to cause oil to go back up again through the Strait of Hormuz. It's just going to be problematic. But if we see USA start to detach from Israel, then it just gives free rein for Israel to be fully bombarded by Iran. And then they'll just get obliterated. Ben Gvir made a post. Ben Gvir said all Lebanese must die. Wow, okay, yeah, I'm not surprised. Not surprised at all. I think that's why oil might go up again. So look at that, GU ended up flying up. It was consolidating for ages, yeah? Then took that level out. First leg, second leg, no clean entry anyway. What the hell, man? Yeah, no entry again. See, I need to get the buy stops and sell stops working, bro, so I can start doing that, because let me go the SLB, because this looks like a big zone. Ooh. Ooh, that would be a very big zone, wouldn't it? Wow. Don't like the look of that. Right then, anyway, I think I'm done. Anyone got any questions or not? No, I don't trade every day, no. I only trade A+ setups in it, but yeah, I've took 5 losses in a row. 3 were mistakes, which is what I said earlier on. I shouldn't have made those 3 mistakes, but you have to give yourself some leniency. When's my last profitable trade? Bloody yeah, let's look in the Discord. When my last profitable trade was. Because the markets have been hard, bro. They've been very difficult. Okay, so the last profitable trade I took was in April, 24th of April. No, so I look at the charts every day, but I don't take an A+ setup every day, because A+ setup in a month happens about 2 times in a month. So, you know, before these crazy Trump markets, yeah, you could probably get about 1 trade a week. So about 4 trades a week, A+ setups only, right? And that's why I wanted to build my track record on the A+ only setups. But now we've had these difficult markets, I've kind of like done live testing for a couple of months. Or like been viewing like alternatives way to get in the markets and stuff, because how can I put it? I call the market accurately, as I said, around 70-80% of the time, I would say, because I might start in the day with looking for longs and I flip to shorts. And whenever I flip, I tend to catch it, right? Whereas before I would be wrong, but that's because I didn't have experience. Now I've got experience, like I'm generally calling direction good. The issue is recently, because of Trump, you've seen how bad the range was. There was no range or nothing. And now you just seen how prices flown off and there wasn't even an entry. So I use buy limits and sell limits. So you need price to retrace to catch that entry, correct? Now, because that's not happening, that's why I was thinking about, you know, looking at the markets and figuring out a way to be flexible, which is now where I'm thinking about buy stops and sell stops. So when it breaks that level, it puts me into the trade. And if it does leave without me, no problem. But if it pulls back, I can still take the initial trade again from the buy limits. It'll be 2 trades on 1 asset. So with that method, I should be getting at least 4 trades a week, 5 trades a week across EU, GU, GJ, UJ and USD CAD, at least. But the risk reward is now going to be dropped because it'll be a much bigger SL. It could be anywhere from 1 pip more to 1.5 pip more, which cuts my risk reward a lot. But my profit targets are going to be the same. My break even will be slightly different because you're catching it on the breakout, not on a pullback. So you'll have to wait for price to create internal structure for me to then give it a break even process. I've already thought about all this already anyway. I've already thought about all of that stuff, which is why in September, when I do the new track record for the new year, for like August 2026 to 2027, it's gonna be more better because it'll give me more capability of being actually in a trade. Now look at yen now. Now we've done a fat move. And bear in mind, I think there could be some statements about that. No, no statements. When did you start moving? We're moving at 9 o'clock, yeah? No, there's no news. The reason M1 is so difficult is because of how many opportunities there are. But not every opportunity is one worth taking. Does that make sense? Just because you see, I don't know, a zone being swept or a breakout structure doesn't mean you have to trade that specific move. You have to wait for the right move to trade in it, which is why I focus on A+ setups only. So yeah, I think that's kind of important, that you're able to differentiate in it, that, oh look, this is a good move, this is not a good move, etc. Do I see GJ going down 70-80 pips? No, so that could go over to Monday. Also, I know the average pip volume as well. Like you should know the average of the asset that you're trading. 27, 35. Why not? We'll do 35 because it could still do that kind of a move. We've got the weekly high here. Which can go all the way over to there. And then join UJ. I think UJ is going to be fine for this low here. I think once price comes up again to this 161 level, we will get another Japanese bank intervention, because the Japanese yen being 161 is so bad. That's so weak for the yen. That's really going to be difficult for their economy, man. So I imagine them doing another move soon on some sort of like intervention move, just to kind of help break up that volume, because there's a lot of buyers in the market against the yen right now, especially after FOMC. Yeah, I think it's quite bad for them at the moment. 15, 17 pip move down, 20 pip move up. Okay, that's fine. So you can keep the high and low of USD card wherever it is right now, because that could easily trickle over. And then what about EU and GU? So we'll go there. I'm not seeing this come down all the way here, so I can bring that over to probably Monday. I'll do Tuesday actually. You can see price doing a 25 pip drop. That's possible. Then how far are we from the high? So we got 25 there, and then we got 12, 13 there. Now how about from here? 16. Okay, perfect. That's okay. Because then we got a 16, 17 pip move down, 12 pip move up. Cool, Bash, you gotta go. Nice speaking with you. Surely get on back testing. Thanks. Yeah, by the way, the gym. Yeah, that's fine. I'm done anyway. I was just sticking around, just marking out where my New York levels are gonna be, and that's it. There's no trade today because obviously there's no volume, and you just seen that prices left of that, and you even pull back or nothing. So I literally can't do anything with that. So yeah, Jolo, nice to meet you. Good luck with your trading. If you need any help, you know where I am. Euro can dip 8 pips. I'm gonna go a bit further. Cool, man. Have a nice day. Yeah, peace out, bro. Bye. That's 13 pips. That's better. Right, boys. I'm done. It's 9:30. I want to play COD. Sahad, are you still here? Right, I'll put the links in the chat anyway. And there's a link for the top here, and then where's the Discord link? Because then I'm gonna need the Discord link as well, right? There's a Discord link. Perfect. Right, guys, peace out. I'll see you Monday. If I trade New York, I'll trade it in the Discord. I'll post it in the Discord even.